You, the chosen one, are not here by coincidence. You are not reading these words by accident. Heaven has summoned you into this moment with precision, with purpose, and with divine intention. Before you formed this question in your heart, before you reached for clarity, before the ache in your soul ever found language, the Lord had already set this moment in motion. This is not a suggestion. This is not sentiment. This is a holy interruption, a divine awakening orchestrated by the hand of the Almighty. He has drawn you in not to tease your heart with distant hope, but to awaken you to a reality already unfolding in the Spirit. Something sacred is approaching. Something long prepared is now beginning, and you must be ready to receive it. You, chosen one, have endured much. Seasons of silence, questions that went unanswered, doors that closed without reason, connections that dissolved without warning. But let it be known this day, none of it was in vain. Every disappointment carved deeper space in your soul for truth. Every delay was heaven's shield, not heaven's punishment. The pain that confused you was not abandonment, it was refinement. The sorrow that once made you question your worth was in fact the proof of your assignment. The Lord was not absent. He was present in the stillness, preparing you for something that eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. You have not missed your time. You are not behind. You are not disqualified. You are being positioned by God Himself. Now the Lord speaks, not through thunder, not through chaos, but through stillness. He says to you, chosen one, be still and know that I am God. The stirring in your heart is not confusion, it is confirmation. The restlessness you've been feeling is not anxiety, it is spiritual transition. You are not falling apart. You are being awakened. Your spirit knows something is near, something holy, something alive. The Lord has declared that the time for wondering is over. The time for revelation has come. You are not in a waiting room. You are in a birthing room. What once was hidden is about to be revealed. What once felt delayed is now being released. This is not a time to panic. This is a time to perceive. Chosen one, listen closely. The covenant that God has spoken over your life is not fiction. It is not a fading dream. It is a living promise, breathing, moving, aligning. There is one whose life is being drawn toward yours, not by charm, not by chance, but by divine design. And while your heart has longed to know when and how the Lord wants you to understand this first, before the encounter comes, the awakening, before you recognize them with your eyes, you must perceive them with your spirit. And, in order to perceive, you must clear the space internally and externally for what God is about to deposit. This is not the hour to cling to the past. This is the hour to make room. So now take a breath. Let go of striving. Lay down every fear that has whispered, "You're too late, too damaged, too much, or not enough." The Lord rebukes every lie spoken over you in hidden seasons. You are not behind schedule. You are in alignment. You are not waiting for love. You are being prepared for covenant. You are not overlooked. You are handpicked by the King of Heaven. Let your soul come into agreement with the truth. This is not your imagination. This is the voice of God calling you forward. This is your awakening, and it begins now. If you know this word is for you, if something inside you just awakened, type 77 in the comments. Let heaven witness your agreement. Let it be your way of saying, I hear you, Lord. I receive the assignment. I accept the promise. You're not just reading, you're responding. Type 77 as your holy yes. Chosen one. The Lord would have you know this. The one He has appointed for you is not a fantasy, not a far-off hope, but a living soul walking this earth right now, drawn, refined, and aligned for the moment of sacred collision. You have asked in secret, does such a person exist? And heaven responds with certainty, yes. Not only do they exist, but they have been prepared in the hidden places, much like you, shaped through fire and silence, refined through trials and loss. The journey they have walked mirrors yours in ways you cannot yet imagine. While you were praying for a partner, they were crying out for a safe place. And the Lord in his mercy has heard both of you, as C.S. Lewis wrote in The Four Loves. Friendship is born at that moment when one person says to another, "What, you too? I thought I was the only one." This insight captures the sacred recognition awaiting you. The appointed one's mirrored journey will spark a divine you too moment, where your spirits align not through chance, but through God's orchestration, affirming the holy collision of your souls. This covenant appointment is not arriving as the world delivers love. It does not come with chaos, confusion, or performance. It comes clothed in peace, wrapped in revelation. The unveiling will not be loud, it will be holy. You may have already crossed paths. You may have felt an unexplained pull, or perhaps you've sensed a shift within yourself, a softening, an expansion, a readiness you could not explain. That is not coincidence. It is not longing without cause. It is the Spirit preparing your perception so that when your eyes finally meet, your heart will already know it is them. Not because they match a list, not because they echo the past, but because something eternal will awaken within you. This is not recognition of the flesh. This is recognition of the Spirit. Understand this, chosen one. What the Lord is bringing you into is not a temporary arrangement. It is not a fleeting affection or another lesson. It is covenant. It is the fulfillment of a promise made long ago in prayer, tears, and silence. This person is not coming to try you, to test you, or to tame you. They are coming to choose you, to walk beside you, to build with you. They are not perfect, but they are yielded. They are not flawless, but they are faithful. And their soul has been trained to hear God's voice, just as yours has. That is why the moment of unveiling will not need explanation. It will carry the unmistakable weight of divine orchestration. Do not be surprised if this person appears in a way you didn't expect. They may come from a different culture, a different story, a different rhythm than the one you envisioned. And yet your soul will not resist, it will rest. The peace of God will surround them like a mantle, and where the world taught you to fear love, this connection will teach you to breathe again. Not to perform, not to chase, not to strive, but simply to be. You will not need to earn their love. You will not have to apologize for your sensitivity, your depth, your journey. For the one God is sending will recognize your heart, not as a burden, but as a treasure. Let this be engraved in your spirit. The unveiling is already in progress. The timelines are converging. The steps are being ordered. What you feared, you missed, you are about to meet. What you thought had passed you by is walking toward you now. The divine appointment is not late. It is precise. And when it arrives, you will not need to force the door open. It will open because heaven has unlocked it. So wait, not in despair, but in discernment. Watch not in desperation, but in peace. For the Lord has spoken, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Shall you not perceive it? Chosen one, you shall. And when you do, nothing will ever be the same. Chosen one, the Lord is asking you to make space not just in your physical world, but in the deepest corridors of your heart. What is coming into your life is not common. It is not casual. It is holy. And what is holy cannot dwell in cluttered places. The covenant God is sending does not compete with confusion. It does not wrestle with distraction. It requires room, clear, consecrated, deliberate room. That is why certain relationships had to end. That is why doors closed without explanation. That is why things once familiar began to feel foreign. Heaven does not permit counterfeits to linger where divine design is meant to rest. What felt like loss was actually protection. What looked like disruption was divine disruption. C.S. Lewis, in letters to Malcolm chiefly on prayer, wrote, "We may ignore, but we can nowhere evade the presence of God. The world is crowded with him. He walks everywhere incognito." This truth underscores the divine preparation of your heart. The disruptions and losses you've faced are God's inescapable presence, clearing clutter incognito to make space for the Holy Covenant. He is bringing, ensuring your soul is ready for His design. You may not have understood it as it unfolded, the sudden shifts, the shedding of habits, people patterns, the internal discomfort that made you question your stability. But now, with spiritual eyes, the Lord invites you to see He was not removing for the sake of emptiness. He was preparing a sacred vacancy for something far greater than your previous prayers. The one He is bringing will not fit into the architecture of your former life. They will not squeeze into spaces designed for survival. They are coming to build something new. And so your environment, spiritual, emotional, relational, must reflect readiness. This is why your standards shifted, why your spirit became unsettled by what you once tolerated. God was not being cruel. He was calling you higher. He was teaching your heart how to recognize what it truly needs, not what your wounds crave, but what your soul was created to hold. He was burning away illusions so that truth could take root. He was silencing noise so that when the Appointed One speaks, your spirit will know the sound. Chosen One, now is the time to cooperate with this holy pruning, to align not only your desires but your daily life with what is sacred. If you feel the urge to clean your space, to disconnect from distractions, to deepen your time with the Lord, obey that pull. These are not random impulses. They are instructions. You are not simply preparing for a relationship. You are preparing to host covenant, to host purpose, to host legacy. And that requires more than longing. It requires obedience. The Lord is not asking you to perform, but He is calling you to posture. Posture your heart to receive. Posture your life to welcome the blessing. Posture your mind to discern what is holy from what is convenient. For when the promise arrives, you will not have time to scramble. You must already be ready. So today, make room. Let go of the almosts. Release the past with honor but without regret. Bless what was, but do not invite it back. You are not being emptied. You are being made whole. What is holy is coming, and it must find you available not just in body but in soul, in thought, in spirit, in trust. This is not preparation for romance. This is preparation for revival. Chosen One, you may not have realized it, but the signs have already begun. Quietly, consistently, intentionally. Heaven does not announce its movements with loud applause. It speaks in patterns, whispers, and divine nudges. And you whose spirit has been stirred in the night, whose heart has grown restless without cause, have already been hearing it. The atmosphere around you has started to shift. Familiar names rise in your awareness without explanation. Dreams return, layered with faces you do not yet fully recognize. You sense something drawing near, though nothing in the natural confirms it. Do not dismiss these moments. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. When God begins to bring forth what He has ordained, He often starts by awakening your senses before your reality. What you feel is not fantasy. It is the Spirit alerting your inner world before your outer world changes. That sudden desire to go somewhere you've never been, that pull toward a conversation you'd normally avoid, that unexpected encounter that leaves your spirit quiet but shaken. These are the divine breadcrumbs guiding you toward alignment. The Lord is not trying to confuse you. He is preparing you. And those who are chosen must learn to read the language of signs with reverence, not suspicion. You may ask, but how will I know for certain? The Lord answers gently, by peace, not by butterflies that fade, not by intensity that overwhelms, but by stillness that settles. The person appointed to you will not bring chaos but clarity. They will not demand your performance. They will recognize your presence. And when they speak, your soul will not flinch. It will breathe. This peace, chosen one, will be your sign. Not a loud sign that stuns, but a holy assurance that rests quietly over everything like a covering. You will not have to chase. You will not have to strive. The moment will carry its own weight of certainty. The Lord has also whispered this. When the appointed one comes, you will feel it in your bones before you name it with your lips. You may question it at first, not because it is wrong, but because it feels too different from what you've known, and that too is a sign. For God is not repeating the past. He is redeeming it. The one He is sending is not like those who came before. Do not expect repetition where God intends restoration. So pay attention now, not with anxiety but with sacred awareness. Listen to the nudges. Follow the gentle urges to pray at odd hours, to write, to reflect, to withdraw for clarity. These are not signs of isolation. These are movements of preparation. For heaven is aligning the paths. The one is being pulled toward you, and you, chosen one, are being positioned toward them. Do not be afraid to respond when God begins to open strange doors. You won't have to force what is divine. The moment will arrive, clothed in ease, soaked in grace, sealed in peace. And when it does, your spirit will know, not by logic, not by checklist, but by the whisper of God saying, "This is what I promised." Chosen one, hear this with the full weight of heaven behind it. You will not have to earn this love. You will not have to perform for it, shrink to fit it, or apologize to keep it. The one whom God is sending does not come to evaluate you by your wounds, nor compare you to anyone else. They come to recognize you not as an idea, not as a fantasy, but as the living soul they have been waiting for. And when they see you, they will see clearly. They will not be confused. They will not be half-hearted. They will not hesitate, because they have been prepared to love you with holy intention, not worldly infatuation. C.S. Lewis, in Mere Christianity, wrote, "Imagine yourself as a living house. God comes in to rebuild that house. But presently He starts knocking the house about in a way that hurts abominably and does not seem to make sense. What on earth is He up to? The explanation is that He is building quite a different house from the one you thought of. This metaphor captures the divine reconstruction of your heart. The shifts and discomforts you faced are God's painful rebuilding, preparing you for a covenant love far greater than you imagined, designed for His eternal purpose. This is the love that does not retreat when it encounters your depth. This is the covenant that does not flinch at your scars. The one coming is not looking for someone who is easy to handle. They are looking for someone true. They are not intimidated by your sensitivity. In fact, it will be the very thing that draws them closer. For while the world mistook your tenderness as weakness, they will see it as divine beauty. You have longed to be known not for your strength alone, but for your softness. And this is the one who will know you in both. Chosen one. You have worn many masks in past seasons, adapting to survive, bending to be accepted, editing your voice so you would not be too much. But with this person, all masks will fall. You will speak without fear. You will rest without armor. You will exist without apology. The love God is sending will not require your perfection. It will require your presence. You will not need to impress. You will simply need to be honest. And in that honesty, healing will begin. This person is not coming to take from you. They are coming to build with you. They are not threatened by your calling. They are drawn to it. Where others have asked you to dim your light, they will ask you to shine brighter. Where others have withdrawn when you became vulnerable, they will lean closer. Their consistency will be a balm to your abandonment wounds. Their integrity will rewrite your definition of trust. You will not have to guess their intentions. Their actions will make them clear. And when the voices of fear rise up within you, when you're tempted to run, to sabotage, to brace for heartbreak, the Lord Himself will be your anchor. He will remind you, this is not the past. This is my promise. You are not too broken to be loved. You are not too complicated to be chosen. You are not too much. You are exactly who I created for them, and who I have prepared them to receive. Chosen one, let this truth take root. You will be loved in full measure, not in fragments, not in caution, but in covenant, not for a season, but for a purpose. And the one who comes will not just fall in love with your beauty or your strength, but with your story, your growth, your truth. They will honor the God in you. And when they love you, it will not feel like tension or trial. It will feel like peace. This is not a dream. This is your inheritance, and it is already moving toward you now. Chosen one, understand this. What is coming into your life is not merely love, it is assignment. It is not just about two hearts meeting, it is about two callings merging. This union has been written not only for your joy, but for heaven's agenda. God is not sending you a partner to fill space. He is sending one to fulfill purpose. The covenant you are about to enter will not just heal your loneliness, it will release destiny, break generational cycles, and multiply legacy. You have prayed for companionship, but God is answering with commissioning. This person is not arriving to complete you. They are arriving to co-labor with you. Your visions will stretch together. Your prayers will harmonize. Your faith will rise in rhythm. They are not threatened by your anointing. They are aligned with it. They do not come to compete with your identity. They come to protect it. And when the world tries to dilute your voice, they will remind you of who you are in God. When warfare surrounds your calling, they will not flee. They will stand beside you and intercede with authority. For this union was born not out of convenience, but out of covenantal fire. Chosen one, you must now begin to see yourself beyond the personal. Your obedience is not just for your own fulfillment, it is for every life connected to your yes, the children who will grow in the peace of this love, the friends and strangers who will be changed by witnessing it, the community who will find healing through your unity. This marriage will not exist in isolation. It will reverberate through generations. The Lord is not sending you someone just to hold your hand. He is sending someone to build altars with you, to host His presence, to war in the Spirit, to pursue kingdom impact shoulder to shoulder. This is why your process has been so intense, why the refining has been so relentless. You thought you were being delayed, but you were being made ready. The pain was not punishment, it was preparation. Every heartbreak, every season of silence, every moment you questioned your worth, it was training. And the one God is sending to you has been trained in similar silence. Their oil, like yours, has been pressed in private, and now the time of separation is ending. The time of union is drawing near. You will laugh together. You will dream together. You will pray together. And most importantly, you will endure together. This love will not break when storms come. It will bend and bow in surrender to God, but it will not shatter. For what God has joined together, no man and no force of darkness will separate. So do not diminish this in your mind as merely romance. It is revival in disguise. It is strategy clothed in affection. It is a spiritual weapon. Your alignment with them will disarm attacks the enemy has launched for years. Your covenant will shine with such clarity that confusion must flee, and where fear once held territory, faith will rise like a banner. This is the kind of love that establishes altars, that hosts glory, that births movements. Chosen one, prepare your heart not just for love, but for purpose. What is coming will be tender, yes, but it will also be weighty. It will stretch you. It will cost comfort, but it will be worth everything. For in this covenant, God is not just giving you someone to walk with, He is giving you someone to conquer with. Chosen one, the shift has already begun. What you are sensing now in the quiet places of your spirit is not imagination, it is evidence. The hour of alignment is no longer in the distance. It is here. It is now. The timelines of heaven and earth are converging. The unseen has begun to press into the visible. You are not waiting for the move of God. You are standing in it. The orchestration is already underway. What you feared you missed is being drawn back into your reach, not by force, but by divine order. You do not have to chase. You only have to stay in position. In this hour, do not be alarmed by sudden endings or unexpected silence. Do not panic when doors close or familiar voices fade. The Lord is not dismantling your life. He is refining your path. The relationships that dissolve the habits you lost interest in, the places that no longer feel like home. These are signs that the season has shifted. What once felt like rejection was realignment. What once felt like loss was protection. Heaven is clearing the road. The Spirit of God is removing every counterfeit, every weight, every distraction that might hinder what He is bringing into fullness. The covenant ordained for you must not be entangled with residue from what was never meant to stay. Chosen one, the one appointed to your life, is also undergoing transition. Even now, they are feeling the unrest of divine movement. They may not understand it in full, but their spirit is being stirred. They are shedding old identities, walking away from fruitless cycles, and being awakened to a longing that leads directly to you. The hand of God is guiding their steps just as surely as it is guiding yours. You are not the only one being prepared. They are also being pruned, purified, and positioned. You are both being drawn not by strategy but by the Spirit. This is why you must not look back. You must not compare the present to the past. What is coming is unlike anything you've ever seen. It will not resemble what broke you. It will not echo the patterns of pain. The love that is coming has been sent from a higher place, with a higher purpose, and it cannot be measured by human logic. You will know it not by how it makes your body tremble, but by how it settles your soul. This is not the spark of lust. This is the light of covenant. So be careful now with your time, your energy, your voice. Guard your gates. Tend to your spiritual environment. If the Lord is prompting you to pray more, to fast, to simplify, to rest, obey without hesitation. These are not random feelings. They are spiritual instructions. You are not preparing for a moment. You are preparing to carry a promise. And the promise has weight. The glory of it will not sit lightly upon the unready. Chosen one, you are closer than you think. The steps have already been ordered. The heavens have already released the word. The moment of divine meeting is on its way, carried on the current of obedience and surrender. Do not allow fear to steal what faith has already claimed. Do not question whether it's coming. Ask instead, am I ready? Because ready or not, heaven has moved, and your life is about to testify of it. Chosen one, this is the moment where your spirit must rise and respond, not in uncertainty, not in fear, but in holy agreement with heaven. You have waited, you have wept, you have wondered, but now you are being summoned to declare. This is not the time for quiet wishing. This is the hour for bold alignment. Your words, when spoken in faith, carry weight in the spirit realm. Your declaration is not a whisper, it is a key. And the gates that seemed closed for years begin to tremble when the chosen one comes into agreement with what God has already ordained. Speak it aloud, not for drama, not for performance, but because your soul needs to hear your own voice break through the silence. I am ready for the one heaven has prepared for me. Say it again slowly, with conviction, letting every fiber of your being absorb it. I am ready for the one heaven has prepared for me. Let this not be an echo of fear, but a sound of readiness. Let it rise above every doubt that once told you that you were too late, too broken, too complicated. Let it silence every lie that tried to convince you that love like this was not for you. Let it shake the dust from your past and call forth the future that has already begun to move in your direction. God is not waiting for you to become perfect. He is waiting for your surrender. You may still feel unworthy. You may still carry questions. But the Lord is not asking you to arrive with everything in order. He is asking for your yes, a willing yes, a trusting yes, a surrendered yes. Because in your yes, He will do the rest. In your yes, He will heal the places you cannot fix. In your yes, He will break every chain that still clings to your name. You will not have to chase the promise. You will not have to force divine timing. The one He has prepared for you is already moving forward, already being stirred, already being drawn into position. You do not have to manipulate the process. You only have to remain available. And make no mistake, what God is sending is bigger than you imagined. This is not just a relationship. It is not merely companionship. It is covenant. It is legacy. It is power wrapped in peace. The love that is coming will not just satisfy your emotions, it will activate your purpose. Through this union, God will pour out favor, release healing, establish restoration, and shift generational lines. You will not just be seen. You will be sent. You will not just be comforted. You will be commissioned. This is why the process was so sacred. This is why the pruning was so painful. Because what is arriving was not designed for convenience. It was built for destiny. So prepare the space. Clean the corners of your life spiritually, emotionally, physically. Let go of what no longer reflects your future. Disconnect from voices that speak only from your past. You are not in waiting anymore. You are in alignment. And alignment requires readiness, not busyness, not panits, but stillness, awareness, obedience. These next steps are holy. They are not random feelings. They are divine instructions. So if God is drawing you to rest, to focus, to simplify, to consecrate, obey Him, for the ground must be ready before the blessing takes root. Chosen one, heaven has already moved. The gates are opening. The path is being cleared. Your name has been spoken in places you've never seen. The one who was hidden is now being released. And you must not meet this moment with hesitation. You must meet it with declaration. You are ready. You are willing. You are available. And when the encounter comes, when the voice sounds familiar and the peace overtakes your soul, you will not need to ask for more signs. Your spirit will know. And in the quiet awe of that moment, all you will need to whisper is, "It's them. It's really them. Chosen one." When the moment arrives, you will not need to second guess it. You will not need to chase signs or beg heaven for more clarity. For the Lord has already appointed the way you will know, and it is not through chaos, not through overwhelming intensity, but through divine, unmistakable peace. This peace will not be loud, but it will be undeniable. It will not scream for your attention, but it will settle your soul in a way nothing ever has. It will silence your striving, quiet your fear, and speak in the language only your spirit can truly understand. You are home. Do not look for the feeling that once burned and faded. Do not search for the high that left you hollow. The peace of God is not a rush, it is a resting place. It is not fragile. It does not fluctuate with emotion or logic. It endures, it steadies, and when the one whom the Lord has prepared for you enters the room, speaks your name, or simply stands beside you, that peace will surround you like a covering. Not because everything will be perfect, but because God's presence will be woven through every part of the connection. This is how you will know. You may have known confusion in past relationships. You may have been caught in whirlwinds that promised intensity but left you in pieces. But this time is different. This is not a recycled lesson. This is not a test. This is the fulfillment of what heaven has long been preparing in silence. You will not have to guess whether it is real. You will not have to beg for clarity. The Lord is not the author of confusion, and what He sends will never require you to trade your discernment for desire. It will be clear not because of signs in the sky, but because of stillness in your soul. The anxiety that once haunted your heart will fall silent. The tension you've carried for years will lift. You will breathe deeper, think clearer, walk lighter. And when you do know this, you have stepped into something holy. Chosen one. This peace is not emotional escape. It is divine confirmation. Philippians 4, the 7th of December. Layers and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. That peace will not only guard you, it will guide you. It will become your compass when fear whispers doubt. It will become your shield when memory tries to resurrect pain. And when you are tempted to overanalyze, to measure every detail, to question whether you are worthy of what you're receiving, the peace of God will whisper back, "This is safe. This is pure. This is mine." So begin to pay attention to what calms you, not just what excites you. Begin to trust the stillness, not just the sparks. What God is bringing will not feel like fireworks. It will feel like foundation. It will not demand that you abandon yourself to be loved. It will call you to return home to who you truly are, unmasked, unguarded, and fully seen. That is the gift of peace. That is the language of covenant. That is how you will know. And when the peace overtakes you, whether in a moment, a conversation, a gaze, you will not doubt again. You will no longer ask, "Is this real?" Instead, you will hear the soft voice of God within you answering, "Yes, chosen one. This is what I promised. Chosen one." When the encounter comes, nothing will remain as it was. It will not be loud in the eyes of the world, but in the spirit. It will resound like a trumpet. You may not know the exact hour, the precise moment, or the setting in which it unfolds, but when it happens, your soul will recognize it with a quiet certainty that shatters every lingering doubt. No more striving, no more proving, no more waiting to be chosen. Because in that sacred instant, you will know you have been seen by someone who was made to see you, known by someone who was created to know you. The shift will not be dramatic to the world, but it will be seismic within you. This will not be the beginning of another relationship. It will be the unveiling of destiny. Everything in your life, from the painful goodbyes to the long seasons of silence, will suddenly make sense. The tears, the questions, the refining, none of it wasted. All of it was leading here. This connection will not just stir your emotions, it will awaken your spirit. And as they stand before you, not in perfection, but in purpose, you will feel something eternal settle into place. They will not arrive with answers to all your questions. They may carry their own scars, but they will carry them with humility, with honesty. And when your eyes meet, it will not be about recognition of the past. It will be about alignment for the future. There will be no need to perform, no need to hide, no need to shrink. You will feel seen not only by their gaze, but by their spirit. And when they speak, it will not be to impress you. It will be to invite you to build, to trust, to walk forward together in covenant, not convenience. Chosen one, this love will not be small. It will stretch you, not into exhaustion, but into wholeness. It will call you deeper, not into confusion, but into clarity. It will demand your honesty, your faith, your surrender, but never your identity. You will not have to give up your voice to be heard. You will not have to abandon your calling to be embraced. Because this person was not sent to complete you, they were sent to partner with you in spirit, in truth, and in purpose. And as your life begins to intertwine with theirs, you will see the fingerprints of God on every thread. Doors will open where there were once walls. Old burdens will lift. New vision will emerge. This love will not isolate you. It will expand you. And together, what you build will not be shallow or temporary. It will be legacy. It will be oil poured from heaven. It will become a light for others, a shelter for generations, a testimony of what God can do when two people walk in holy agreement. So get ready, not with anxiety, but with anticipation. Get ready by choosing peace over panic, presence over pressure, obedience over overthinking. The encounter is not just a meeting. It is a moment where purpose touches presence and heaven invades your timeline. This is the point of no return, the place where everything changes not just around you but within you. And when it happens, you won't need to explain it to anyone. You will simply breathe it in, feel the stillness, settle and whisper to yourself, "This is it. This is what I was waiting for." And heaven will answer back, "Yes, chosen one. This is what I prepared you for." Chosen one, now that the truth has been spoken and the revelation has been poured out, you are no longer standing on uncertain ground. You are standing on holy ground. What you have just received is not a poetic hope or a comforting thought. It is a prophetic announcement. Heaven has not suggested this promise to you. It has declared it. And now the weight of that truth rests upon your spirit, not to crush you, but to crown you. You are not being teased by destiny. You are being ushered into it. This is your moment of agreement, not just with words, but with eternity. There comes a point in the journey where silence must give way to speech, where waiting becomes walking, where receiving begins with declaring. The Lord has not merely informed you, He has invited you, and the only right response to invitation is surrender. So, lift your heart now, not in striving but in reverence, not in desperation but in faith. Let the words that rise from within you not be rehearsed but real. Let them not be cautious but consecrated. O Lord, my God, my Father and my source, I yield. I yield to your design, to your calendar, to your voice. I cast down every lie that told me I was forgotten. I silence every fear that tried to convince me I was unworthy. I let go of every counterfeit that mimicked covenant but left me empty. I return to you not just with need, but with trust. You are the one who authored my story. You are the one who holds my future. You are the one who ordains the one I am meant to walk with. And so I say, let your will be done in me. Prepare me to receive, not through effort, but through alignment. Train my heart to recognize what eyes cannot see. Open my spirit to the whispers that confirm what you've already written. Remove every distraction, every remnant of old ties, every shadow that tries to follow me into the light. Cleanse my atmosphere, clear my space, sanctify my steps. I ask not for signs in the sky, but for clarity in my soul. Let peace be my compass. Let discernment be my guard. And when I meet the one you have chosen, let everything within me come into stillness, not confusion. Let it be sacred, not sensational. Let it be holy, not hurried. Cover the one you are sending. Speak to their spirit in the stillness as you speak to mine. Let their heart be tender and their steps be steady. Let them be a person of peace, of prayer, of presence. Heal what still needs healing in them. Strengthen what still feels fragile. Shape them in the quiet, just as you've shaped me. And when the time comes for our paths to converge, let it be seamless, not because it's easy, but because it's yours. Let it be undeniable. Let it be weighty with glory. Now, chosen one, let your heart say, yes. Let your words align with what heaven has prepared. Speak not from wishful thinking, but from sacred knowing. This is not imagination. This is inheritance. You are not begging. You are claiming. Say it aloud, with no hesitation in your tone. I am ready for the one heaven has prepared for me. Say it again as a banner over your life, as a prophecy from your lips. I am ready for the one heaven has prepared for me. Say it like someone who knows the waiting is over and the birthing has begun. Let the atmosphere hear it. Let the spirit carry it. Let the darkness tremble at it. You are no longer in hiding. You are in position. You are the chosen one. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are not late. You are not overlooked. You are in the middle of fulfillment. What belongs to you is no longer being delayed. It is being delivered. What God has spoken over you is reaching maturity. The one He has prepared is being drawn closer even now. You do not need to strive. You do not need to chase. You only need to stay surrendered. From this moment forward, walk in authority. Walk in quiet readiness. Walk in calm expectation. Clean your space, not out of anxiety, but out of honor. Pray not out of panic, but out of posture. Rest not because nothing is happening, but because everything is already in motion. And when the peace begins to overtake you in unexpected places, when the atmosphere begins to hum with clarity, when someone stands before you and your soul says yes before your mind catches up, do not run, do not doubt. Simply breathe, smile, and whisper to your God, it's them. It's really them. And heaven will respond not with fanfare but with the quiet echo of the Father's voice. Yes, beloved, this is what I promised. This is what I preserved. This is what I prepared. Let it be so. Amen.